Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again. So I got some Walking Dead news. Now I have an article here from comicbook.com, and the title says, Andrew Lincoln opens up about The Walking Dead moving forward. Now the article goes on to say, The Walking Dead will never be the same after its returning episode. After its returning, okay. In 2018, but none will feel the effects more than Andrew Lincoln's Rick Grimes. The February 25th episode 809 will mark the end of the road for Rick's son Carl. It's an unimaginable scenario for the character who is introduced to the series as a man in search of his wife and son. The back half of the season is him trying to live through the unbelievable pain in the middle of a war and trying to reconcile this loss with what he's fighting for. Lincoln told EW, "This is his worst nightmare being realized." Riggs promises the back half of Season 8 will largely be driven by the loss of Carl. He's definitely leaving behind a really long-lasting legacy, Riggs promised. The loss of Carl is a tough pill for fans to swallow, of course. With the young actor leaving the show, along with Lenny James heading out for Fear the Walking Dead, almost the entire cast of the series joined after its first season. There's only me left in the top 10, Lincoln told comicbook.com. Norman and Melissa and Denai and LC. I don't know. They're all in the 20s. This job is, as I said before, glorious and unique. I wouldn't trade it for the world. The stinger is the fact that I seem to be the guy left on the pier waving people away. That's powerful. And of course, The Walking Dead returns for its second half, February 25th. So there we go. Very interesting right there. I think that's really cool that, Carl is going to be leaving a long-lasting legacy. That is also cool that, the second half of Season 8, will be driven by the loss of Carl. Because basically that is going to affect everybody. Not just Rick, but, Michonne, Norman, not Norman, Daryl, Michonne, Daryl, Carol, Enid, especially, she doesn't know. That's going to be probably pretty gut-wrenching for her when she finds out, because she's off at Oceanside right now, so, she knows absolutely nothing that happened. I mean, once she finds out, I don't know, it's going to be rough. But, sounds like we're going to have a very interesting version of Rick when the second half returns, him trying to live through the loss of his son while fighting in a war and stuff like that, and then, of course, what it sounds like, Carl's basically going to be like, there's good in everyone, try to look for the good in everybody. So I think that's really going to, really, I don't know, just kind of conflict with, everything that, Rick is going through, the loss of his son, he's fighting a war, and then, basically his dying words, I guess you can say, is, there, look for good in everybody, not everyone's bad, that's, I don't know, it's just going to be completely rough for Rick. I mean, I don't know how he's going to do it, but, it's going to be crazy. But, like he told EW, this is his worst nightmare being realized. And I got to say, that is pretty powerful. Last thing he said, the stinger is the fact that I seem to be the guy left on the pier waving people away. And we're down to basically 3 people from the Atlanta group, that's left. Rick, Norman, and Daryl. I don't know why I keep saying Norman. Rick, Daryl, and Carol. That's it. That's all we're left with from the Atlanta group. Everybody else is dead, but, I don't know what to say, but, either way, I mean, sounds pretty interesting. I can't wait. I know a lot of people aren't happy with, Carl dying and stuff like that, but Who knows what really happened. Um, because don't forget, something like that happened with Andrea back in season 3, right before she was killed off. They had the same thing. Andrea was promised, oh yeah, you're gonna ride in and save Woodbury, and she bought a house down in Atlanta and stuff like that, and then they killed her off. So who knows? But I can't wait to see what the legacy is, the long-lasting legacy, I should say, of Carl. I wonder what that's going to definitely do with the story. I'm sure a lot of things are going to change. I know there's talk of, people saying, well, they might skip the Whisperers. They should skip the Whisperers. I don't know. I don't know. I do want to see the Whisperers, though. I think it would be pretty cool. Because a lot of people have been saying, enough with the people. Bring back the walkers. The walkers aren't really a threat anymore. Bring them back. So I think if they brought back the Whisperers, that would make them more of a threat. Plus, I kind of feel like them killing off Carl with a walker bite is just to, just to reinforce, well, not reinforce, but just to remind people that walkers are still a threat. I guess, who was it that said it? I think it was actually Brandon Davis, actually, from comicbook.com, saying, well, the reason walkers haven't been around as much or not front and center is because, well, look at the timeline of the show. I think the timeline's been 2 years, I think, since episode 1, I think. I don't exactly remember the timeline of the show, so I think we're around 2 years now, into The Walking Dead, timeline-wise, and, oh God, how do you say it? Obviously early on in the show, season 1, 2, maybe a little bit of 3, walkers were new. What is this? How do we defeat them? How do we handle, these walkers and stuff? Now we're into season 8, and we know how to kill them, headshots. We can lure them away with sound. We can kind of control them, obviously set off a couple of firecrackers, and they'll go off in a different direction. So we know how to handle them. Obviously, put walker guts on us, and it masks the smell and everything like that. So we know how to handle walkers. So I guess that's why walkers have been kind of pushed aside lately, because they know how to handle them. Not like early on where, they were figuring things out. So, I don't know. But, I don't know. Either way, I am looking forward to the second half. I know a lot of people are not, because of Carl dying and stuff like that. So, I don't know. But anyways, I think I've rambled on long enough. So, yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And, yeah, leave me your thoughts and comments. What do you guys think? What do you think about Carl? Yeah, Carl leaving a long-lasting legacy on the show. What do you think about the second half? Are you looking forward to it? Not looking forward to it? What do you think about the Whispers? Do you want to see them? Do you want to skip them? Do you agree with what Brandon Davis said about the walkers, being pushed aside, seeing how the group knows how to handle them and stuff like that? Or do you want to see them front and center again? Let me know. And yeah, just stick around. More videos are on the way. If you're a fan of Vikings, I will have my reaction video up tomorrow on Thursday. So be sure to stick around for that. And yeah, just more videos are on the way. All right, guys. I will see you guys next time.